Want to impress your friends and family? Today I'm showing you a fun recipe that always gets devoured. I'm Christina from It Is a Keeper. I share tried and true recipes that anyone can make. I believe if you can read, you can cook. Today I'm showing you how to make an easy veal taco crescent ring. This recipe might look complicated, but it's really easy to make and everyone loves it. Now, while this video is sponsored by Veal Discover Delicious, funded by beef farmers and ranchers, you know I only share products and ingredients that I use and love. Now, be sure to grab the full printable recipe in the video description below. So the first thing we need to do to start our veal taco crescent ring is to get the veal cooking. So here I have some ground veal, and you can easily find this in most grocery stores. And the butcher already has it ground up for you, so that's a nice bonus. I'm gonna go ahead and get that into our skillet that's preheated, medium-high heat, and we're gonna cook it until it's no longer pink. Okay, our veal is looking like it's almost done here. I'm just gonna go through one more time with my chopper. I love veal because it's a great quality protein. One serving of veal has 27 grams of protein and only 170 calories. It's pretty lean. It's also high in B12 and zinc. Okay, so now we're going to add flavor to our veal. And because it is so lean, there's really no fat to drain off here. So we don't have to drain that. But if you have excess fat, if you happen to have excess fat in there, go ahead and drain it. Mine looks good. I'm just going to add a taco seasoning, just one packet of taco seasoning, or if you're using your own homemade taco seasoning, use about 4 tablespoons. I'm also going to add some water to the skillet. Okay, we're just going to let this hang out for a few minutes until it starts to simmer and the sauce is thickened up a bit. While this is simmering, I want to tell you a little bit about veal farmers. So veal farming is a family tradition, and it's usually the business is passed down from generation to generation. And I've had the great experience of actually visiting some veal farms and seeing how the product is raised from start to finish. And I was completely impressed with the dedication and care that goes into the veal industry. All right, this is looking good. Our sauce is thickened up. It only takes a minute or so. I'm going to turn the heat off. We're going to set this skillet aside and we're going to start working on our other toppings. Okay, so the next thing we need, now that we have our veal, ground veal done and ready, set that aside. We're going to chop up some green onions. So I have about 4 green onions here. I'm just gonna cut off the tops and the little hairy bottoms there. I'm going to set these aside in a bowl. So now we're going to start assembling our crescent ring. So I'm gonna bring in my rimmed baking sheet. Let me slide that off to the side here. Oh, it's hot. So I have a piece of parchment paper on here. This will help it from sticking. So if you don't have parchment paper, give it a good spray with some nonstick cooking spray. And then I have 2 tubes of crescent rolls. So we're just going to pop those open, and I want you to start laying them out on your baking sheet, your parchment lined baking sheet. And we're overlapping them. And you'll see it forms almost like a sunshine shape. Just overlapping those bottoms. And like I told you, it really just starts to look like sunshine. Okay. Next, we're going to start spooning the veal mixture, and we're going to aim for this bottom part of the circle. And you just want to get a nice even layer. So now we're just going to top it with our green onions. Right around. And now the cheese. I have some shredded taco cheese. I bought the pre-shredded type. You can shred it yourself. It's entirely up to you. We're gonna put a nice layer of cheese across the top of this. Now we're going to take each of these tails and we're going to wrap it up and around and tuck it under. Just loosely, doesn't have to be tight. Up some of that cheese, and there you have it. Just about ready. We have one more quick step. Final step in our veal taco crescent ring is we need to put an egg wash on this. So here I have just one egg and I whisk it together with some water. Makes a nice light thin egg wash, and we're just going to brush it over the crescent. Okay, that is it. Beautifully egg washed. We are going to pop this into a preheated oven, let it bake for 25-30 minutes or so. You'll know it's done. It'll be nice and golden and cooked through, and then we're gonna dive in. Okay, so our crescent ring is done. I transferred it to this wooden cutting board. This is how I like to serve it. I put it right here in the center, and then in the middle of that, I'm just going to pile it up with my favorite taco fixins, right? So we had like lettuce and some tomatoes. You could put olives or jalapenos, whatever you like on your tacos, and voila. Doesn't this look so pretty and festive? So let's go ahead and give this a try. I'm gonna cut into it over here. And what's nice with these little pastry pieces is it makes it so easy to serve it because they're literally made into serving. So I'm gonna grab a little bit of the lettuce and tomato here with that. And of course, I need a dollop of sour cream, and I'm going in for a taste. Some sour cream, lettuce and tomato. Oh my gosh, you guys. This veal taco crescent ring is definitely a keeper. You won't believe how easy this is to whip up, and it definitely impresses your guests. There are so many great veal recipes out there. I have an easy veal saltimbocca recipe you can make in under 30 minutes, and it tastes just like your favorite Italian restaurant. You don't want to miss it. You can check it out here. I'll see you over there.